Hello everyone, this is a video just to say hi and pop in and say hi at these flooded times, as I've not seen you for a few weeks, I didn't see you today because we are unfortunately just a bit stuck in this area. As you may well be aware, on this side of the country, North Nottinghamshire where I live, we've been hit by quite a lot of rain, and we're not really going anywhere at the moment. So but I did want to give you some homework, because this is what I was planning to do in the class today, and I think it's really quite essential to get onto this for next week, because you'll be aware that what we're working towards now is the assignment, which is due in on the last day of term. And I want to really focus the discussion in classes towards that assignment and get you working on it right now, so that you do the best job. And what I've done, I've posted the first few slides of the lecture that I was planning to give. These are on Moodle, so you can get this on the Moodle page. And I've chosen a CD that I'm going to be talking about in relation to program notes, and things that you can see that have been written in program notes, and also writing about the recording, doing a review of the recording itself. So what I've done in the first few slides, I've just set out really the assignment. This is what's on Moodle already. It's in that wonderful document about the bumper guide to how to do your assignment, or whatever it's called. I can't remember, but it's all there on Moodle, and you can check out the details are fantastic in that document. So that's all there in the first few slides. Most of you, I hope, will have read that document already, because I have pointed you in the direction of it, and I've read you a lot of it in the class. But all that information is in those new slides, so you can check that out if you've not seen it already. And then this is my chosen CD. I'm going to be talking about Mahler, and I've chosen this CD of Mahler's First Symphony, and also it has Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau singing the Songs of a Wayfarer on there as well. So it covers a lot of bases. And what I'd like you to do this week, and what I'm setting you up for in this video, is to write for me for next week, that you can come along and read, to write for me the first paragraph of your record review, please, for next week. This is the paragraph that sets the scene for the review. It doesn't engage with the actual details of what's in the recordings, but it shows that you've done your research, because throughout both parts of this assignment, the most important thing that separates just the kind of review and the kind of program note you write just by sitting down and what's in your head and your reaction to the recording. What really separates that from a really first-class piece of work is the research, and you've got to be writing from an informed perspective. And that's, the first paragraph is very important within that. So, for example, what I've got here with my Mahler CD is a gramophone review that will have a look at the whole thing, but within these slides I've given you the first paragraph that sets the scene for this. I'll just read you this now, and then we can you can use it as the model for your own writing, I hope. This says, the review starts, this distinguished coupling, that's the symphony and the songs, this distinguished coupling has already been available at a bargain price, so its appearance in the originals library comes as something of a surprise. So it's setting the scene for really where this recording, it's an older recording, and it's been available within the market, and it's giving that really quite long view of the recording's availability. That said, it goes on, the packaging is first rate and the notes interesting and thoughtful. That's getting into the CD booklet that we've talked about, and it's really important that you get hold of that hard copy of the CD and include some information about that in your review. On the first appearance of the symphony in 1968, Derek Cook, that's the recording of the symphony of course, Derek Cook observed that Raphael Kubelik, the conductor, was, quote, essentially a poetic conductor, and he gets more poetry out of this symphony than any of the other conductors who have recorded it. That's a great quote, but also it puts the recording into that context of when it was first released in 1968. So it's looking at the place that this recording takes within the tradition of performing Mahler, and particularly as it's now compared in the next sentence with Bruno Walter's conducting. Bruno Walter was, he felt, this is Derek Cook, felt Kubelik's only rival in this regard, and he was much taken with its natural delicacy and purity of the interpretation. So we've got a comparison there with somebody else, again, how it's taking its place within the market against other obviously rival performances, but other performances that sit alongside it that you can get hold of. And then the differences. This is the final sentence of that paragraph. Unlike Walter, Kubelik takes the repeat of the first movement's short exposition. So there's a difference, and then the discussion goes on from there into a couple of the differences between those. So have a look at that paragraph. Also, please get into the library and just pick up a copy of Gramophone BBC Music and have a look at how a lot of those reviews open, because setting the scene for the marketplace for that recording, the history that those artists on your recording have and their association with the work, that's where the research comes in this early stage of your recording. As this review goes on, it's going to also talk about how Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau has previously recorded the songs of the Wayfarer with Wilhelm Furtwängler, and sets that part of the recording into a context as well. And we'll look at those recordings, we'll listen to those recordings of course, and just have a talk about the musicological elements that we're going to be discussing, not only within the review but within the programme note as well, and talking about how you can go about that. So we'll talk about that next week. Please get writing and bring some of those first paragraphs along and we will talk about them. Also, what I'm going to be doing this week, I'll set up some tutorial times for next week that you can come along and see me in person. And then because I've been absent today this week, what I'm going to be doing is just extending those hours, so hopefully there's the opportunity for many of you, or all of you I hope, to book in sometime in the latter part of this term, make an appointment, and you can come and see me and get some one-to-one help with your assignment, and that will work really well for you. So thank you very much for listening and taking this homework. I look forward very much to hearing some of the results of what you can come up with for next week. Have a great week, have a great weekend. I'll see you then. Bye for now. This video also has a PS, a postscript, where I tell you the stuff that I forgot to put in the main bit, which is of course that I mentioned I'm quite looking forward actually to hearing some of you perform in the latter part of this term, and to talk about discussions of how you perform and how that engages with the musicological research and the programme notes and all that kind of other stuff, and how you can critique a performance from that. It'd be really good if you can engage with this, please, because it's great to hear people in the group. So if you would like to perform just a short work or a movement of a work or something in the latter part of this term, it does not have to be to concert standard, just something that we can listen to and work with and discuss. That's all I'm after. Please do drop me an email and get in touch and tell me what you would like to play or sing, and it'd be really great to have some live music in the room and to use that as a discussion for where we're going towards the assignment. So please do that. Sign up, email me, and I look forward to hearing from you and hearing some of you perform in class very soon. Thank you. That really is over and out. Bye for now.